Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Psalm 84 starts off like this. It says, "How lovely are your dwelling places, O Lord of hosts." And as we think about the dwelling places of God in scriptures, we see that there are and were a lot of dwelling places of God. We could go back to the Garden of Eden, where the Lord directly dwelt and directly manifested himself to Adam and Eve and dwelt there with them in the garden. We could think of the tabernacle constructed in the wilderness that took on the presence of God. We could talk about Solomon's temple that was filled with the glory of God after it was constructed and consecrated. We could even think about heaven itself being a temple, a dwelling place of God, as spoken about in Revelation chapter 7 and verse 15. We could talk about the church itself being God's dwelling place today. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16, we are the temple of God. And so God has had a lot of dwelling places, and each and every place where he dwells is beautiful. It's true that a lot of these places are and were aesthetically pleasing and beautiful, but that doesn't tell the full story of why these dwelling places were so beautiful. They were beautiful because God's presence was there. That's what made them so special. That's what made them truly beautiful. And everywhere the Lord dwells, there is beauty. And that's what's captured in this psalm. How lovely are your dwelling places, O Lord of hosts. And then he goes on to talk about how privileged people are who are able to dwell in the house of the Lord and are able to be there in the temple, in the courts of the Lord each and every day. And even has that very famous line in verse 10 where it says, "For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 outside." It's just a wonderful thing to be in one of God's dwelling places. And the wonderful thing for us as Christians is that everywhere we go, we are in a dwelling place of God. God has come to dwell with us. He's come to live with us. And as Christians, we have the privilege of living in his presence each and every day. And he is with us everywhere that we go. There's nowhere that we can go to flee from the presence of God. He's always with us. Now, it might be the case that we aren't aware of his presence because of we're being inattentive to his presence, we're distracted, or we have other things going on. But still, nonetheless, his presence is always with us. And that's a beautiful thought, that we get to dwell in the presence of the Lord each and every day. It ought to be that we want to tune ourselves to that and to walk with the awareness of that and to recognize that what strength, what encouragement we would gain, what joy we would gain to recognize that we are walking with God beside us. He's watching over us. He's living life with us in a sense, and that he's always there for us. That would give us great encouragement if we would but focus on that, center on that, and really let that sink in. So today, let's praise God that we get to dwell in the courts of the Lord, not just one day, but every day. And we are blessed people because we can walk in the presence of the Lord and have him walking beside us. So let's think about that today as we do our reading. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.